I was watching the new Wolfman movie, and you can really watch anything, and you can see how Hollywood is pushing its agenda. And quite frankly, it's just evil what they do and how they do it. Well, I was also watching the new Mission Impossible movie, and you would think almost all leadership positions are held by women. You would think 50%, maybe even more, is military is women, which is absolutely not the case. It's not even 20% of the military is women. And they just have an agenda and they keep pushing it and pushing it. And with feminism, I've always thought it was almost the American dream, but for women. That they can achieve, they can strive, but it absolutely is not. It's evil what feminism truly is. It's not about equality. It's about women being better than men and on top of men and making decisions for men. So when Hollywood does this stuff in movies and TV shows, and it's crazy how the women are better than men, should be doing what men do, and then all of a sudden, boom, the roles reverse and it's back to traditional male roles and traditional female roles all of a sudden. And they're doing that to confuse us, to confuse everyone, because they have their agenda and they can't just cram it down your throat because you'll reject it. So what they do is they confuse you, and they are good at it. So one thing, so when Trump first got elected, and all the liberals, Democrats were going after him, saying Russia helped him, and it was found out to be false. And then the next election, when Biden won, and Trump is saying that there was collusion, it was stole, there was sabotage, and everybody could chalk it up to conspiracy theorists. I asked my dad, I'm like, do you think they went after him about Russia knowing it wasn't true? But they were going to look stupid, so if they did anything to steal the election next time, if anyone said anything like it was collusion or they stole it or somebody helped, it would just be a laughable conspiracy theory. I was like, because that is another level of diabolical. If that's what they did, that's impressive. That is thinking past what I would think of. Like that's really impressive. And with DEI, feminism, don't you want to be chosen out of merit and like be able to hold your head up high, stick your chest out like you deserve it? Why would you want something just but also with nepotism now it's I remember nepotism used to be a bad thing. Like you wanted your child, family member to earn it. You might give them an extra leg and help them, but just to shove them in the position that they want immediately, their loved one didn't even want that because that's a disservice to that person. So they don't feel like it's hollow. Because even if you're helped a little bit, you still want to feel like you deserve it, or at least I do, with pride. Like, I want to work, accomplish, and then you get it. But that seems like that's not the world we live in. And with feminism, it's men and women are not equal. And with feminism, they don't want us to be equal. They want women to let you know that they're better than men and that men should serve them. But it's just the opposite. In sports, why are there men's and women's leagues? Why? Well, because men are stronger, faster, more athletic. I've worked at a high school for many years, and it was painful to watch some of the freshman girl basketball games. Like, it would be, they'd score 6 points the whole game. It was just bad. And just, and then I would watch a freshman boys game, and it was just obvious difference in skill level, speed, strength. Like, it was just obvious. But I don't understand why we have to live in this make believe world that we're all the same. Even each individual man is not the same. Each individual woman is not the same. We all have skills. We all have pitfalls. But that's a part of becoming or being a human being and becoming a better human being. You smooth out the rough edges and you highlight your attributes. And what's worked for thousands of years, which is men in men roles, women in women's roles. But Hollywood has its own agenda, and for the last several decades, they've been pushing it. And but if you say this, you're a misogynist and you're just against women. And see, I think the opposite. I am trying to help women because feminism is trying to keep them down, technically. Because when you set someone up to fail, and they fail, what are you doing for them? If you put someone in a position that they're gonna fail, they fail, how did you help them in any way? You hurt them. Because their confidence is, I failed at several things. Your confidence takes a hit. So it takes you time to bounce back and just to get to where you were in your confidence. And the only way you get back there is to truly humble yourself and know your limitations. Because my dad told me that his greatest regret is to not be more encouraging. That I can do anything. But I told him, I was like, I can't do anything. There are certain things that I was never going to do. And not necessarily because I wasn't willing to work hard enough for them, just I don't have the skill level for certain things. I'm small. It makes it much harder to be a professional athlete when you're small. Unless you're a jockey on a horse. So women are truly the ones suffering from the feminism movement. And with all this DEI and feminism and everything, people are just not good at their jobs. And so I have to suffer so a company can check a box and say, look at us, look what we do, and stick out their chest. That doesn't make sense. That I have to suffer, you have to suffer, so they can appear to look good when in reality their company is suffering too. Because I want the person that's best at that position, that job, whatever. There's a reason why women have went towards certain jobs and they haven't went to others. There's a reason. Because women have certain skill sets. And the skill sets that they possess, they gravitate towards the jobs that are going to highlight those, not minimize those. If you're really nurturing, why would you get into construction? Why wouldn't you get into healthcare or nursing or doctor or something like that? If you're caring, good with medicine, why would you get into construction? That makes no sense. And if a man has just is terrible at that stuff, the nurturing portion, why would he get into nursing? Become a doctor. That's the wrong line of work. He's going to fail. She will fail if you go after jobs that are the opposite of your skill set. So please be self-aware. Learn what you're good at and rock and roll with it. And don't fall for Hollywood's crap, because that's what they're feeding you. a load of crap. What they think you should think. Don't think what they want you to think. Trust in God. Follow Him. Don't follow people. As Jerry Seinfeld says, people, they're the worst.